Hello, my name's Sass, and I'd like to introduce myself and also my dream team. I'm a person who channels messages from my female ancestors. And although I didn't always realise that that's what it was, that it has now become apparent to me over the last few months that that is actually what's going on. And they come to me and bring me messages and allow me to sort of filter them through and interpret them and then pass them on to you. I've been doing this ever since I was a small child, but didn't really understand what it was. And I knew that I had these people around me, but didn't know why or what. And I thought everybody had them and that everybody did this and it was perfectly normal. And I was very comfortable with it as a small child. But then realised after a while that not everybody was doing this and not everybody had this connection and could feel this connection coming through. And so I kind of learned to keep stum about it and forget it, and eventually it got very quiet and I got involved in other things to do with growing up and then working my way through life, as it were. And then a little while back, about 6 years ago, they started to make themselves known again, is how I'll put it. And again, I didn't really want that happening, so I ignored it. I suppressed it, I smothered it, and so on and so forth, which, if this has ever happened to you, I'm sure you can relate to it. But because of some of the things that were going on in my personal life, I was growing and learning about other things to do with energy and the universe and universal source, whatever you want to call it. We've all got that thing going on, and it's becoming more prevalent. And the global consciousness is waking up a lot more and a much more rapid rate. And I was kind of carried along on that wave, if you like, for a while, and then got to a point where I found other people that kind of supported me in what was happening and explained to me that it was okay and that it wasn't weird, and that there are quite a lot of other people out there that are like me. And I learned to relax into it a little bit more. It did take me a long while because of all the times when I'd learnt to suppress it, that was a conditioning that I'd put on myself that it took me a long while to unpick and unpeel. So the more I found people that were like me or that understood me or wanted to hear what was going on and were interested in what the dream team has to say, the easier it got for me to allow it to come through. And at first it wasn't very clear and it was very jumbled. And so again, I was like, well, do I really want this? Do I really? I don't understand. And I did find it very freaky deaky for quite a while because it wasn't voices in my head. I don't get voices. Okay, just want to be clear about it. It's not voices. It comes through in a different way. And the only way I can describe it is like when you get the trailer for a movie. So I get a succession of quick pictures or images that lead on from each other. Sometimes it's a quick succession in order to illustrate a message, and sometimes it's quite slow. Sometimes there are a lot of my ancestors there, and sometimes there's just one, and they try to, talk to me basically by staring at me until I get it. That's how it is. But I'm learning to not only integrate that as part of me, but also learning how to clarify what they're saying and to make it a two-way street so that, I can start to ask things of them instead of just receiving all the time, receiving, because just receiving all the time can be quite overwhelming. And so I needed to find a way in myself to kind of learn how to put the brakes on in a healthy way, not in a like, oh, I don't want this, let's suppress it, let's pretend it's not happening kind of way, but learn how to say, hey, guys, slow up a bit and can you just like let me navigate through this a little bit? And that's when it started to become fun. And yeah, it became more interesting from my point of view. Because instead of it just being like a whole pile of stuff that I couldn't make sense of, it actually started to then relax out and become clear and join up. And I could see which images or which sequences of images belonged where. So tessellate is one of my favorite words. It all began to tessellate, and it began to, if you don't know what I mean, think about the game Tetris. Okay, it's a similar kind of thing. So everything started to just fit in, and it has become a lot of fun. And as this is happening and I'm learning to interpret, the actual people are starting to coalesce and not be quite sort of a jumble of just like a crowd in a concert or somewhere, where you go and you're aware that there are a lot of people there, but you don't know any of them. But I'm now starting to get to know these people. And one of the things that I feel completely all the time coming through from them is love, 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 and the way it comes through, and they love me and us and you and everybody, and that's why they're coming through, because they love us so much that they want us to learn how to love ourselves more and kind of step in and embody that love that they want to express to us, and they want us to express it in and of ourselves. So this is where I am, and this is what I've got, and this is what I've got coming up, is more messages from them. But that's the message that is coming through most of all is love, and take everything back to love. And they've told me a lot of other things and shown me a lot of other things. And what I'm hoping is that you'll come along for the ride as I start to bring more of these messages through to you. I have got a whole store of them that I have resisted telling people while I was still trying to figure out if this is something that I wanted or something that was that I could cope with and that I could navigate and work with. And the more I allow it, the more I'm realizing that, yeah, I can cope with it. I can decipher it, because there's no point me coming up here and saying, hey, I've got a message for you, but I don't really know what it is. And I just don't really know what it's coming from. So I just needed to sort it out a little bit in my head and my heart. But now that I have, or at least I'm on the way, it's just about letting you know that this is who I am, and this is who my ladies are, and that there will be more to come, is all I'm wanting to say, really. I suppose is watch this space and do the thing you need to do, where you ring the bell and you did it, and you write me comments and do all that. That would be lovely. Subscribe, and then you won't miss any of the messages that are coming, but they'll always be there. That's what they always want to know, that the dream team want you to know the messages are always there, and actually you've got them as well. That's what they want to know, is that, it's all inside you as well, not just me. You've all got this. You've all got this information. And in another video, I will explain to you what they've explained to me about why you all have this information and you all have this wisdom. And it's mind-blowing. So I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye.